When we heard about medical marijuana being an option as seizure treatment, we were like, no, that's not possible. We started to do some research, and we seen a father, Jason, and his son, Jaden. He had given his son, after all treatments exhausted, CBD oil, and it stopped his seizures dramatically. He started to be able to do things that he was never able to do before. Then we seen another case, Charlotte Figge, same situation, 400 seizures a week, down to one every 6 months. Now she's off of all of her FDA medications for the last 2 years, and she has maybe one small seizure every 6 months. So we decided, let's take this risk. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go to Colorado. We're gonna try it. We started to reach out to people. We were handed over to Pittsburgh Normal, should I say. They're pretty awesome. They took us under their wing and kind of let us follow them. We were able in December to try some oil, December 16th, and we gave her the oil at, ironically, 4:20 p.m., which is pretty funny. We gave her the oil at 4:20 and she fell asleep. My sister, actually, who's here somewhere, she was with me. My mom was there and my son was there. She went to sleep for about an hour and she woke up. Normally when she wakes up, every day for 10 years, her head would drop from wherever she was sitting down to her knees, seizure for about 30 minutes. For the first time on December 16th, after her first treatment of oil, she didn't have any seizures for the first time in 10 years. So we thought maybe, my mom always plays the skeptic, she says. She's like, maybe it's a coincidence, it's a coincidence. Day 2, she woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I heard her say, Mom, I want cereal. For the first time ever, she put a sentence together. She put her first sentence together. Mom, I want cereal. When she was up at 5 in the morning, I'm like, I have to work in a couple hours. I didn't even care at the time. She was just so full of life. She was laughing and smiling and joking. And my mom called me later on that day. I was at work, and she called me, and she goes, you're not going to believe this. And I'm like, what? And she was like, I was making dinner, and I heard a little giggle. Thank you. She's like, I heard a little giggle, and I turned around, and Naya was standing in the kitchen. Which she wouldn't have been able to do. She wouldn't have been able to walk 5 feet without a seizure. She enjoyed her first Christmas, her first Easter. She can play with her cousins. She's gained full access to the right side of her body, which she's never had since she was 6, 7 months old. She was never able to catch herself, thank you. If she was to fall on her face, her front teeth are all fake from seizures. We've had numerous surgeries. We've been on every medication, every FDA-approved medication. She's failed all options, and she has, unfortunately, a bad reaction to medications where it causes her to be allergic to almost nearly every rescue med. So we have no other options. We decided to go to Colorado in February to check it out. We met some great people, and when we came back, people at school, her teachers are like, oh, there's something wrong. There's something going on with her. She's not having any seizures. She went 4 days that time in December from her first treatment with no seizures at all, ever. That was the first time in 10 years that she's ever done that she's ever even waken up and had 30 minutes without a seizure is honestly amazing to us. So when I say to people like, my son's had 12 seizures since October, oh, it's nothing. They're like, 12? I'm like, that's like a little number, seeing almost 1,000 a day. It's really rough. But we know that this is something that works. It's not anecdotal. Anecdotal did not get her up out of her wheelchair for the first time, and she can walk now. She's able to walk, and she talks, and she smiles, and she interacts, and she enjoys things. And she tells me when she wants things. And I always, always repeat this, and I say she's not perfect. She's not cured, but she's better. And the only way that we can keep getting these kids and these families closer to better is if we have it legalized here now. There is no time to wait. We don't have 10 years for the FDA to give it to the pharmacies to put their hands on it. It needs to happen now, because I don't know if a seizure today is going to be her last seizure, and that's the harsh reality of the situation. I know we can have a lot of family members here. I never question God, but there could be a lot of family members still here enjoying their grandchildren and children and wives and husbands if this was an option. So I urge you, just like Mr. Gainey said, to please educate as many people as possible. It's so important to educate. I have my 8-year-old niece here that educates. My 2-year-old son educates. It's one person. If you tell one person a day, that one person can tell 10 people a day, that person can tell 50 people a day. As long as people know that this is something that we're going to continue to fight for, we're not going to give up, and we're going to fight until we get it. Thank you.